Hare Krishna. Start with invocation prayers. Om Ajnanatirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshur Unmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupaha Kadamahyam ददाति स्वापदान्तिकं नमः ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिन् इति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे जय जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे we can raise our hands hare ram 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 hare hare and we can all chant together. I'll just mute everyone. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Mukam karoti vachalam panghum langayate girim yat tamaham vande Shri Gurum Dinataranam Paramananda Madhavam Shri Chaitanyeshwaram Hari Om Tat Sat. Now you repeat after me. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. नारायणं नमस्कृत्यं नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयो मुदीरयेत् नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टकी. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, everyone. So, we are discussing the from the second chapter of Bhagavad Gita, the 53rd verse. I just want to remind us that in Bhagavad Gita, we are we are at a point when Krishna is Krishna and Arjuna are discussing. Think about it. Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead. Arjun was in the battlefield, confused. He had all the skill sets, like he was very competent, but he was in a perplexity, in a confusion. And during this confusion, he was initially giving reasons why he will not fight. In the first chapter, he gave all his reasons, and Krishna did not speak. Then Krishna starts chastising him. Arjun surrenders to Krishna, saying that, okay, Krishna, so far I have been your friend, but now I am completely surrendered unto you. So you tell me what is best for me. There are many lessons that comes here. One is when one becomes surrenders, it may take one time to identify a guru. Okay, a guru should not be chosen in haste. It may take one time to find a bona fide guru, but once one finds a guru, then in that case, one should completely surrender and there should be no arguments actually with the guru. So Arjun surrenders. And also there is one more thing, like when someone has their own opinions, right? So at that time, Krishna did not give any instruction in the first chapter because Arjun had his own opinions. Krishna, I will not do this, that, like, okay, this. All this when Krishna Arjun said, at that time Krishna did not even speak a word. So it comes to a point, last two sessions, we talked about where Krishna is talking about that how one can go back to Godhead. We talked about two sessions back. Then last session we talked about that how, like amidst all these situations, how one's intelligence can be fixed up. So Krishna goes to explain this further in depth. So today we'll try to cover 2 to 3 verses and let us get into this understanding. So if you try to visualize, this is a conversation happening 5,000 years back where the Supreme Personality of Godhead himself is talking. Okay. And 5,000 years later, we are here. Only 5,000 years because once it is only once in a day of Brahma. Once, that means in 8 point, I think it is more than 8. Uh, um, I don't remember the number of years, but it is, I think it's about more than 8 billion years. Once in a day of Brahma, Krishna comes once into the into the universe. Okay, so we are talking about billions of years, but in those billions of years, only 5,000 years back, Krishna was here in the world that we are in. Okay, and Srila Prabhupada, he has taken all his efforts to translate what Krishna has given, and not just translate, he has done word to word, he has given like, okay, the overall translation, and then he has given a context also. Context, it is not his thoughts, it is what has come through the parampara, the realizations of the acharyas that has been given. So whatever we are getting in this Bhagavad Gita, right, that is a summary of what is coming through our bona fide Guru Parampara. So when we understand this, see the best thing, I, as I mentioned like 2 sessions before, that what are the um, benefits of reading, of studying Bhagavad Gita? See, reading is one thing. We can read, right? Read. I'm done. But then, am I understanding it? Am I applying it in life? In order to do that, then we have to slowly start. It could be in group studies like this, or we should hear and then we should read. Then we can have a better understanding, better grasp of it. And as we read, it should not be that, okay, once I read and then after 7 days I again read. It should be regular. Even if initially we may not be understanding, but if we constantly try to read this, right, because these are the words of Krishna, these will eventually be revealed to us. So if we get into the practice of reading, because Prabhupada has given these purports, if we pray to Prabhupada that Prabhupada, please reveal to me, I want to understand, then in that case, these will reveal to us. And each of these purports, they are like, consider these, they are like letters to us, where Prabhupada is telling, Dear Meksham Prabhu, please accept my blessings. And then you read the purport, and at the end, it is written, sign after the purport, your ever will wisher, Srila Prabhupada, A.C. Bhaktivedanta, Swami Srila Prabhupada. So if you read it, and if you personalize it, like, okay, how things would have been, if you get into that Arjun's mindset, we are just sitting at the lotus feet of Arjun. What must be going on in his mind? What must be Krishna thinking? If we think from that perspective, then the overall understanding of this entire Bhagavad Gita will constantly change. And that same message that was transmitted, it will start revealing in our heart when we hear from our Guru Varga. So let us move forward. So let me go ahead and share my screen. Is my screen visible? Okay. So this is verse number 53. In verse number 53, Krishna is saying, Sruti viprati yada sthashyati nischala samadhava achala buddhis tada yogam avapshasi. Wherever above the A there is a line, it indicates it is A. That is how the diacritics works. And whenever there is a dot below a letter, that means it is silent or it is half. Okay, it is half basically. It the tone of that letter changes. So this means Krishna is saying, when your mind, oh Arjun, when your mind is no longer disturbed by the flowery language of the Vedas, and when it remains fixed in the trance of self-realization, then you will have attained the divine consciousness. Krishna is saying, when will you attain the divine consciousness? Two conditions. When your mind is no longer disturbed by the flowery language of the Vedas, and when it remains fixed in the trance of self-realization. Okay, when you are fixed in the self-realization. So purport, let us read the purport. All translation and purport are by our beloved founder Acharya, Shri Abhay Charanarvinda Shila Bhakti Vedanta Swami Shila Prabhupada, Jagat Guru Shila Prabhupada ki jai. To see, to say that one is in samadhi is to say that one has fully realized Krishna consciousness. That is, one in full samadhi has realized Paramatma, Brahman, Paramatma, and Bhagavan. The highest perfection of self realization is to understand that one is eternally the servitor of Krishna and that one's only business is to discharge one's duties in Krishna consciousness. So let's take the first statement. So, who is in Samadhi? One who is fully in Krishna consciousness. That means one who has realized Brahman, Paramatma, and Bhagavan. Brahman is the light that is coming from Supreme Lord. Okay, it is the effulgence that is coming from the Supreme Lord. Some people think that okay, to meditate means to meditate on a light. So that it is it is one level of understanding Lord, but it is a partial level. It is not the complete thing. Then some others feel those persons who realize those person who think that the supreme there is no person but it is just a light, Lord is a light, there is a nature is there, this is there, and like, okay, ultimately it's all light, effulgence, that is Brahman realization. Another is the these are the impersonalists who think like that. Paramatma is like, okay, those who are yogis, they meditate on the Paramatma form of the Lord who is sitting in each and every living entity in the heart. These yogis have mystic powers. Okay. And those mystic powers come through their through their realizations, but all those mystic powers are temporary. And the highest realization is the realization of the Bhagwan form. That means the complete absolute truth. Okay. The personal features of the Lord. Okay. So Brahman, Paramatma are lower levels, Bhagwan is the highest. But one who is in full samadhi, like, okay, or is fully in Krishna consciousness, has realized all three. They know that, okay, these all three are Lord's different type of realizations, and the Bhagwan form is the full and foremost. So, how will one get this realization? The highest perfection of self realization. What is that? Is to understand that one is eternally the servitor of Krishna. That means we are the servants of Krishna. That is the highest. This we can theoretically understand. And what is that? What is the next thing? That our only business is to discharge duties in Krishna consciousness. Whatever we do, we have to do it in Krishna consciousness. Okay, that means I am working. Why am I working? I am working for Krishna. When I'm talking, I am talking to glorify Krishna. I am eating Krishna Prasad. I am seeing the Lord's form. I am seeing the I am seeing the words that are given by the Lord. I am reading the books that are, so all the senses I am hearing Krishna Katha. Okay. So when we get to that stage, that is every time like, okay, we are engaged in Krishna consciousness. For now, whatever we are doing, right? So how does it start with? Like we may not be at that stage, right? Like at all times. So what do we do? That is like, okay, if let's say we are working, we understand we are working for Krishna. Whenever we within our work, at every hour, or as we get a chance, we chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare. Or every half an hour, Hare one mantra. Or let's say we may be in the store trying to do something. In our mind we are chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Okay, I'm moving something from here to there, or I'm cooking, for example, I may chant the Hare Krishna mantra. Okay, or I'm just driving, at that time I'm chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Or I'm just about to go to bed, till I go to sleep, I'm chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra that way. And understanding that Krishna, I really want to please you by doing this. See, ultimately, we should not be mechanical in nature. There has to be feelings in what we do. So, let's say, I'll give an example. Meksham Prabhu comes comes to my place, and as soon as Prabhu comes, or Param Prabhu comes, Amit Prabhu comes, like whoever comes, like okay, I just pick a plate and say, Prabhu, take. You have it. Let me go. You got everything, right? Then I disappear from there. Then Meksham Prabhu will tell, he gave such nice food, but there is absolutely no feeling. I did not come to have food like this. Like, I could have had food elsewhere also, right? So when we chant our Hare Krishna Mahamantra, right, it should be with feelings. It should be, it should not be like, I have to, again, again, it's time to chant. Let me bring the mala. Ah, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna. Hare, when will this end? What Mahamantra? Hare, this, when will this Mahamantra change? That same mantra only I'm chanting. I'm in this yuga. When will this yuga change and there will be a new mantra? No, no. So we have to understand that if we are doing this out of love for Krishna, and when we wake up, right, we think that, okay, yes, I want to wake up because I want to chant for Krishna. If in Brahma Muhurta, if I can attract Krishna very easily, let me chant in Brahma Muhurta. Okay, all my life. See, because trust me, let me ask all of you one question. Does any of us amongst here know how much time we have left in this life? Anyone? No, right?
No one knows. No one knows.
No, Prabhuji.
No one knows how much time we have in this life. So if we invest, think about it, if we invest our this moment for Krishna, every moment like this for Krishna, we may be working, we may be doing activities for our family, we may be doing activities at work, but understanding that this work that I am doing, this could be the final moment of my life. And what have I got? Have I developed any love for Krishna? See, if we really want, ultimately, we are we have all got some fraction of taste in Krishna consciousness. Something that may have attracted us, right? Because of which we have all decided that okay, let us hear about Krishna. Let us go to the temple to let us chant for Krishna. But then what may happen is sometimes the taste may be very fractional, and then in the longer duration we are feeling I'm not getting that. And our mind will be disturbed with our immediate things like okay, that may be going on. Okay. And it gets so much that we get too much bogged with the immediate circumstances that are going on that slowly what happens, the Krishna goes in the background. When we are chanting, right? In our mind, totally whatever situation we are is whatever situation has gone, right? That has completely captured our mind, and we want to chant for Krishna, but we are actually thinking of this one. How many of you experience this? Right? Okay. Rest or are have not experienced this? Okay. Lalman Prabhu, you are saying something?
Yes, sometimes.
Yes. So what?
Sometimes.
Right. So now think about it, Lalman Prabhu. When you started this, was it sometimes or was it every time?
Almost every time.
Right? So
Yeah.
that means just see, by your sincerity, by Guru's mercy, somehow or other, Krishna is taking different slots in our mind. Now it has become sometimes. Then slowly we want to get to a point where it is no time. Never. That is our aspiration, where we want to be completely absorbed in Krishna. So, a Krishna, in the next line, Prabhupada says, a Krishna conscious person or unflinching devotee of the Lord should not be disturbed by the flowery language of the Vedas nor be engaged in fruitive activities for promotion to the heavenly kingdom. This means that, okay, sometimes there are pujas, vidhis, right, which are there, right? If you do this, then you will get that. If you do that, then you will get something else, right? So once it so happened that, okay, I was going through a difficult time. I don't remember what was the time, but I do remember the event. So someone came to me. I was practicing Krishna consciousness. Someone came to me and gave me, do this Sai Baba thing, like, okay, you'll be benefited. And it was just a, I mean, I was too busy and I did not have any time to respond actually because I had to look into multiple things at the time. Then in my mind, I thought, Are Baba, I came, I did all these things, and then I found this best thing. I don't have time for anything else. This is the best thing I have found. See, it is like this. When you have gulab jamun, rasgulla, you have biryani, and if someone tells that, okay, will you have some chana? Why will I have chana? I have the best food here available. It is like that. So this is Krishna consciousness can take one to the highest realization. And most importantly, if you look at it like okay, all others, why it is said flowery language of the Vedas? Because these are all fruitive in nature. Fruitive means we have material desires which we want to fulfill through that. Okay. Before, if anyone goes to the demigods, their thing is, Are, please get me a job. Oh Lord. Or oh Devi, please, I want good percentage in exams. I want this GPA or this. These are my needs. I want a good wife. I want a good husband. And with that aspiration, they're going. And what happens in Krishna consciousness? In Krishna consciousness, Once we come to Krishna, right, we don't need to ask for anything. See, the Hare Krishna Mahamantra is everything. It is the medicine of this Kali Yuga. Hare Nam, Hare Nam, Hare Nameva Kevalam. Kalau Nasti eva Nasti, Nasti eva Gatir Anyatha. It is the medicine of this age. So it is the medicine for every living entity. And every living entity cannot take benefit. So, like, okay, who can take benefit? That is in the human form of life. We have been given the opportunity. It does not come to anyone and everyone. It is the firstly, the human life is very rare, and in the human life, in the seventh chapter, Krishna is telling it is only very selected few who are able to take on to Krishna consciousness. Very few take up to spirituality. In that also there are parts, right? There are people who are Brahman realization, Paramatma, Bhagwan. So one may be a impersonalist, one may be a yogi, one may be one may become a devotee. But in the first two categories, there are many people. Okay. But anyone who is practicing bhakti, that is very rare. And how do we know that? Just look around ourselves. How many are actually practicing? Even if you go and tell, Ari, I am really benefited. Amit Prabhu, how many take it up?
Yes, Prabhu.
Right? This
Yes.
is this is the key thing to understand. In Krishna consciousness, Prabhupada is saying, in Krishna consciousness, one comes directly into communion with Krishna. And thus, all directions from Krishna may be understood in that transcendental state. So when one constantly chants, right? When one is constantly chanting this Hare Krishna Mahamantra means, O Radharani, O and Hare means energy of Krishna. And Krishna we have, and Ram means the pleasure. It is the Ram means who it is the pleasure of Lord actually. Okay. Ram, it is Ramante, Radha Ramanji. So that Ram, so this Srila Prabhupada explained that this Hare Krishna Mahamantra, what it means is we are praying to Supreme Lord and to the energy of the Lord, that O Shri Krishna, O the Supreme Personality of Godhead and the consort of Supreme Lord, O Srimati Radharani, please engage us in your service. But if one does not know the meaning, that's fine. If one is able to attentively hear this, and if one is trying to constantly chant and attentively chant, then what will happen is slowly, as we get purified, right? Krishna will start dictating us what we need to do. So, what does this mean? So this means that when we are chanting sincerely, then in that case we will get directions. But that same directions, it is constantly coming. We are not able to hear it. Okay. That same directions are available externally. From within, it will be Chaitya Guru who will be telling us. But externally, it's the Guru. It is the same direction. What the Guru speaks outside is the same thing that the Lord is speaking from inside. So one is, Srila Prabhupada says further, and who will get these directions? One, it is understood in that transcendental state. One who reaches divine state, he will understand that. One is sure to achieve results by such activities and attain conclusive knowledge. Okay, that means by doing these activities, by doing the Krishna conscious activities, one will attain conclusive means that means the essence of all the knowledge. Many times we get knowledge, but then we are like, okay, समझ में तो आया है ये सब, पर इसका मेरा जीवन में क्या है? Right? How do I apply it? So then Prabhupada says how to do it. One has only to carry out the orders of Krishna or his representative, the spiritual master. So, my dear friends, the takeaway from this is that we should have a spiritual master, a bona fide spiritual master. Okay. Srila Prabhupada, he comes in that lineage, and when we get a bona fide spiritual master, at that time we should really surrender ourselves. The surrender process is not easy. It is a it is not easy because it is a easy process. It is very easy process, but we will see that there is one enemy that we have. Who can say who is the enemy in this case? I'll come to you, Lalman Prabhu. I want to see if anyone else remembers who is there. Has anyone experienced there is one enemy in the surrender process?
Yeah, Prabhu.
माया प्रभु जी.
Maya, have you seen Param Prabhu? Where is Maya?
No प्रभु.
Huh?
And
Seen Maya? Amit Prabhu?
yeah, Prabhu.
You have seen?
No, Prabhu. I didn't seen, but I can experience that.
No, but what is it? See, think in terms of what is applicable in your life. Lalmohan Prabhu.
संसार दबानल, ये संसार का दबानल, the material things is so much.
No,
Our mind goes in that.
material world is like a forest fire. You are close and you told the answer also. It is our mind.
Right.
It is our mind. See, this is the thing which gets us distracted. I wanted to go to two other verses, but I think it is most relevant. I want to show you something. Let me take you to this one because we have another 20 minutes. Let me go through this one. Please hear this very, very attentively because I want you to relate. If you hear this attentively, then you can find something relevant for your life. This is a bhajan by Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur. Please hear this attentively. जीव जागो जीव जागो गोरा चंद्र बोले কত নিদ্রা যাও মায়া পিশাচির কোলে ভজিব বলিয়া এসে সংসার ভিতরে ভুলিয়া রহিলে তুমি অবিদ্যার ভরে তোমারে লইতে আমি হইনু অবতার আমি বিনা বন্ধু আর কে আছে তোমার এনেছি ঔষধি মায়া নাশিবার লাগি হরি নাম মহামন্ত্র লাও তুমি মাগি ভক্তি বিনোদ প্রভু চরণে পড়িয়া সেই হরি নাম মন্ত্র লইল মাগিয়া. This is a very, very amazing bhajan given by Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, who is an acharya. He comes in the same lineage, and Srila Prabhupada's Guru Maharaj is Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. His Guru and the father of Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur is Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur. He is also one acharya. So Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur's, that is Srila Prabhupada's Guru Maharaj, his Guru is Srila Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj, and Srila Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj's guru is Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur. So Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur is also called as the seventh Goswami, very, very exalted Vaishnava. And he's saying here, Gora Chandra is Gauranga Mahaprabhu. Gauranga Mahaprabhu is saying, Jeev Jago, Jeev Jago. That means, wake up, oh sleeping souls, wake up. Gora Chandra Bole. Our Gauranga Mahaprabhu is saying that please wake up from sleep. Koto Nidra Jao Maya Pishachir Kole. Are, what are you doing? You are sleeping in the lap of the witch Maya. So all of us, we are in the lap of Maya. We may be trying to practice Krishna consciousness, but all day long, it is not that we remember Krishna always. We remember Krishna sometimes, but always we are in Maya. And what is the sign of that Maya? When we are confused, right? When we are nervous, perplexed about our situation, what will I do? What is a job, this, that, like, okay, this, all these things, that means that, okay, our perplexity is only due to one reason of our disconnection with Krishna. When we are completely connected with Krishna, then we have to understand there is three things that if we know, we will never be perplexed. Krishna says in the last verse of 5th chapter of Bhagavad Gita that I am the supreme controller. I am only the supreme enjoyer. Sorry, I am the supreme proprietor. I am the owner of everything. Okay. I am the supreme enjoyer. That is, everything is meant for my enjoyment. And the third is, I am your ever well wisher. So if the topmost guy is our well wisher, is there anything to be stressed about? Whatever is our situation, right? We know that the topmost guy knows, right? This is my situation. That means he thinks that this is only the best thing that I should get. Whatever situation that we are going through, sometimes it may appear good for us, sometimes it may appear bad for us. These are coming because of our past karmas. But when we have taken shelter of Krishna, no matter the situation may be good or bad, in that situation, if we take shelter of Krishna, eventual outcome is best. If we are convinced of this thing, then there is absolutely no situation in the entire creation that can shake us up. In every situation, we will be most charged up and we will try to chant because if we are convinced that this holy name, it can save us from everything. I told this verse in the previous session also. Om apavitra pavitrava sarvavastam gatopiva yat smaret pundrikaksham sa bhayabhantra suchi. That means Om apavitra pavitrava. Whether we are pure or we are impure, we may have passed through various circumstances of life, but one who remembers the Pundrikaksha, the lotus-eyed Lord Sri Krishna, that person becomes purified from within and from externally also. बाह्य अभ्यंतर, बाह्य अभ्यंतर, अंतर एंड बाहिर से वो प्यूरिफाइड हो जाता है. सो एंड व्हाट इज द पर्पस ऑफ दिस ह्यूमन लाइफ? द पर्पस ऑफ दिस ह्यूमन लाइफ इज टू गेट purified. But what happens in this material world? It is just like an ocean, as Lalmohan Prabhu was saying, samsara davanal. It is an ocean of materialic turbulence. And what happens in this ocean? No matter we are trying to swim, but we have to be in water to swim, and that water is contamination. Okay, we want to come out of this contamination, but being in the water we cannot be out. So what we can do, we can remember Krishna, and by remembering Krishna we will be purified every moment. The more we remember Krishna, the more we cry out for Krishna, that Krishna, I really want to get genuine love for you. See, think about it. the Vrajvasis of Vrindavan, okay, the Gopa Sakhas, they are going into the mouth of Aghasur. It's a serpent, okay. And you know what they did? Before going into the mouth of that huge serpent, and the size of the serpent is said the mouth is like a mountain, okay. And this, it was like a huge, like, okay, highway that, not highway, it was like a huge um, hills, range of hills. That is how big the serpent was. But the serpent had kept his mouth open. And when the Gopas were getting into the mouth of Aghasur, Krishna was telling them, "Arey, don't go there, don't go there. No, no, Krishna, let us have fun. We will have a nice fun there, Krishna. This likes," because Aghasur was acting like it was just keeping its mouth open. It did not show it as a serpent. It was showing like it could be a play area. But Krishna said, "Don't go there." So the Gopafana said, "No, no, Krishna, please come, please come, please come." And what did they do, you know? Just before entering into the mouth, the Gopas just looked like this. "Krishna, come." And they entered. As soon as they entered the Agasur's mouth, it was all poison. And they started like, okay, it was a slideshow. Like, okay, they're going into the slideshow of this dangerous slideshow into the snake's body of poison. But because at the very end, before entering this mouth, they called for Krishna, Krishna never left them. He came in and he brought all of them out. So we should remember, what does this teach us? That every time we should take permission from Krishna. We are going out of our house, we should take permission from Krishna. Guru and Krishna. We are servant, right? We are eternally the servant of Krishna. So we should act like servant. And what is that acting like servant? That Krishna, I am going out. Please protect me from Maya. Krishna, today I'm trying to chant. Please protect me from Krishna. I'm going for a job. I'm going for a job interview. Please protect me. If you think this is right, then only please bless me with that. Okay, because I don't know. Like, okay, I may think that, okay, I need this job. But once I get into this, like, I'll tell you a latest incident. There is a Microsoft person who recently had a heart attack. His age is like in the early 30s. Have you heard that? Just 2 weeks back. So the person's family, they said that, okay, he was in so much terrible stress. He had a lot of money. Okay, that everyone is aiming for. He had a lot of money. Money was not a problem. But the problem was he had extreme stress. He was not able to take that stress. And he had a heart failure. I think 31 or 32 years, that was his age. You can imagine. And that really rocked the Silicon Valley that, okay, what kind of stress is this going on? So we should take permission from Krishna that, Krishna, please protect me. At every moment, we should try to see how we are able to connect every moment to Krishna. So here in this next line, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur is telling, Bhoji bo boliya eshe সংসার ভিতরে ভুলিয়া রহিলে তুমি অবিদ্যার ভরে. He's telling that when you came into this world, at that time you promised that you will worship Krishna. Because when we are in the mother's womb, right? Srimad Bhagavatam says that one is under so much turbulence when the mother eats something sour or sour or any chilies that the mother eat, right? It gives a lot of pain to the skin of the child. Okay, and the child is unable to move and it is burning. Its skins are burning. There are a lot of uh, uh, there are a lot of worms that are eating the skin of the child. It's a excruciating situation that the child lives under, and we can get a understanding of this by understanding, like, okay, during the COVID time, for few months people were in the lockdown, and how was it? Was it enjoyable?
Right on.
Right? So So what could be the condition of the child for 9 months? Srimad Bhagavatam says at that time the child begs that, okay, please let me come out. Oh Lord, please let me come out and I will worship you. And that is why Krishna is saying, you came into this world that, okay, you will worship. But bhuliya rohile tumi avidyar bhare. You forgot about it all. And now you're completely in avidya, means you're in ignorance. Ignorance has become completely dominating in your head. You are thinking, oh, I need to get a good degree. I need to get a good job. I need to get a good wife. I need to get a good husband. I need to get a good family. I need good finances. I need all this stability. Arre, but you don't know what your next moment is. I was just seeing, like, okay, 2 days back, I go for a walk in the community, and there is a park here. So there is a person who goes with his dog, and he's very nicely picking up like all the poops of the dog in a plastic bag, and he's walking. And I was thinking, like, okay, and the dog is like running like this, and the master is like, oh, like this. It's that kind of situation. And I was thinking, like, hey, and the master is like going like this, oh, like this. And then again, he's like, like this. And I was like, okay, master is, I mean, this person is thinking he's a master, but I wonder who is the master here? Okay, cleaning the poop of the dog, like, okay, and he's saving it as if like it is a diamond jewelry into a plastic bag. So, and many of them, even in the winter, they put it in their jacket pocket also. Uh, think about it. If you would put like someone like, okay, someone's tool in the jacket pocket or not. So it is terrible actually. So doing all these things, we have forgotten Krishna. One may be, one may not have dog, but like, okay, they may be completely engrossed in all their worldly activities, and they have no connection with Krishna. They've completely forgotten Krishna. It's a terrible, terrible situation. So then Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur says that what is, and this is, these whatever, these words that Bhaktivinoda Thakur is saying, these are actually Mahaprabhu's words actually. Mahaprabhu is saying, Are, you told that you will come and worship, but now you are completely forgotten and you are in total ignorance. Then Mahaprabhu is saying, Tomare loite ami hoinu avatara. This line touches my heart, my dear friends. It means that, okay, just so that I can, just so that I can bring you back to this spiritual world. That is why only I took my incarnation. मेरा अवतार ही इसलिए था कि तुमको लेके आ सकूं. আমি বিনা বন্ধু আর কে আছে তোমার. अरे यू डोंट हैव एनी अदर फ्रेंड अदर देन मी. मेरे अलावा तुम्हारा और कोई फ्रेंड है क्या? डू यू हैव एनी अदर फ्रेंड अदर देन मी? Which means, think about it, bro, my dear friends. No matter whatever body we have taken in the past, Krishna has been with us in that body as Paramatma. He has been there with us, right besides us. We may have had millions of bodies, but Krishna was with us at that time. We may have had a pig body. We may have done all rubbish things. We may still be doing, some of us may be doing rubbish things, but Krishna is still tolerating. It's not like, hey, come on, let's do bhakti, or else like you will be kicked out. No, it's not like that. It's a equation of love. It's not an equation of force. Everyone is given the knowledge, and after that they have their own choice. Even at the end of Bhagavad Gita, Krishna asks Arjun, so Arjun, what do you think, okay, you want to do? And then Arjun says, Karishya Vachanatvam, whatever, I will like to follow whatever instructions you have given. So there Krishna is telling that, okay, Ami bina bandhu ar ke ache tomar. Who else do you have as a friend? I am who else can you call as your friend? In this world, we think that, okay, we have family, right? And we have friends, we have like, okay, many people whom we consider our near and dear ones. But think about it. I want you to just contemplate on this fact. Many times you may have seen, like, okay, within families also people say that, okay, I love you, right? But when they pass, when that person passes away, you will see that even the most dear, most loved ones, they don't keep the body forever there. In fact, they want to just get done with all the work, right? Because they are like, okay, the body has started smelling, okay, right? This, and it is not a good situation. And our scriptures say, like, okay, how many days the family members will weep, how many days the wife will weep, how many days the husband will cry. All that details are there. It is such temporary nature, and after some time, like, okay, things are slowly forgotten. See, you can think of instances. You may or may not have seen something from a very close proximity, but if you know of someone, if you think of their lives, you will be able to correlate. And that is why Mahaprabhu is saying, Gaurang Mahaprabhu is saying that, okay, Ami bina bandhu ar ki ache tomar. Then he says, goes on to say, Ene chi aushadhi maya nashibar lagi. Now, some of you said that Maya is a big problem. And Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, you know what? Daivi ishu gunamai, Daivi ishu gunamai mama Maya durattaya. This Maya is very dangerous. Let me bring up that verse, then I can show you quickly. So here in the seventh chapter, Krishna is saying, Devi Heshu Gunamai Mama Maya Durattaya Mameva Ye Prapadyante Maya Metam Tarantite. It is, the translation says, this Maya, right? Maya is the divine, this divine energy of mine. Mama Maya. मेरा ही माया है वो. ठीक है. It is very difficult to overcome. मतलब we are always under the influence of Maya. We forget Krishna, and we are not able to overcome that, right? Because our situations overcome us. We know that we want to take shelter, but this situation overcomes us, right? But Krishna says, but those who have surrendered unto me can easily cross beyond it. Who can cross beyond it? One who surrenders. And what is that road to surrender? How can one surrender? That is said here. This is the secret of how we can surrender. One has only to carry out the orders of Krishna or his representative, the spiritual master. If we do this, then that is surrender. That is it. And by doing this, we will give a message to Krishna. Krishna, I am all yours. I want to just follow. I want to just follow whatever is coming. Trinadapi sunichena, tarorapi sahispuna, amani na manadena, kirtanya sadari. Mahaprabhu says this, that who can chant always if he has these four qualities. What is that? Trinadapi sunichena. One who is more, one who considers himself more lower than a blade of grass. Today only when I was walking, I was thinking, Arey, what do I learn from this grass? So many times I have heard. Then I just put my feet on the grass. They all went down. Then I put feet on another side, another shoe I put on the grass. Then all this grass went down. Then I was thinking, yeah, this does not really pain me when I putting my feet here. But not only that, as I'm like, however I keep my foot up, down, like, okay, the grass is moving like that. It is adjusting yourself. So in our regular life, if you see, we get agitated, right, with some situations sometimes. But when we try to accept everything as Krishna's will that is coming, of course, with guidance, when we understand that, not like, okay, someone says, Hare, why don't you have some non-vegetarian food? And then we think, Hare, this is Krishna's will. No, not like that. Staying under, like, okay, whatever instructions Krishna is giving, right? So with that, then we can really make progress. And when we make progress, then what happens? Then at one point will come when we are constantly remembering Krishna, then the directions of Krishna may be understood at that transcendental state. But initially, we should take guidance. Okay, I am getting this because we may get Maya's voice also. Haribol, do this. Okay, okay. We may be thinking Krishna, but we may not be in that state. So Mahaprabhu is saying, Ene chi aushadi maya nashi baro lagi. I have brought this medicine for you. With this, you can this Maya can be completely destroyed. Acha, what is that? Hari Nama Maha Mantra Lao Tumi Magi. You just take this Maha Mantra, Harinam Maha Mantra. Hare Krishna Mahamantra, you just do it, that's it. Maya will be completely destroyed. As you are chanting them, if you are constantly in connection with Krishna, Srila Prabhupada, I was hearing last week, I mentioned this in the last class also. Srila Prabhupada was saying, when we are chanting this Hare Krishna Mahamantra with our tongue, then we are in connection with Krishna. And where there is Krishna, right, Maya cannot come in. Just like where there is sunlight, can darkness come? No, it cannot. Similarly, where there is Krishna, Maya cannot come. So we have to constantly make an endeavor that, okay, Krishna, I want to remember you. I may be going through different situations, okay, but at that time we should go and tell to Krishna, Krishna, I know you have a better plan for me. I may be getting bogged by this, but I want to completely focus my mind on you. I want to give my mind to you, Krishna. And please allow me to give my mind to you. I want to become a pure devotee. We should chant with an objective that Krishna, please purify me, please enlighten me, and please make me a pure devotee so that I can serve Srila Prabhupada, your pure devotee. See, think about it. If someone in the road comes and tells, like, okay, Meksham Prabhu's father or Amit Prabhu's father, Prabhu, can you give me a job? And Prabhu will say, "Arey, I don't even know you." Okay. But then if someone comes and tells your father, or you go and tell your father, Arey, he's taking care of me, completely selfless, absolutely, like, he's always there to help me, right? If you go and tell your father, and then your father asks that, okay, what do you do, Prabhu? I'm just looking for a job. I was like, I just trying to find some job. Like, okay, I had a job, but right now I'm not having. Then your father will say, Arey, he's helping my son so much. He does not have a job. What is your qualification? Immediate, right? I I want to just help this guy. Arey, because why? Because they have a connection with someone you love. Similarly, if we love Srila Prabhupada, if we want to follow the instructions of Srila Prabhupada, if we try to read the books of Srila Prabhupada, what will happen is automatically we will have Krishna's mercy on us. There is absolutely no doubt. So we should hear from Srila Prabhupada. Sometimes we may not understand everything that Srila Prabhupada is saying, but if we continue to hear and continue to pray that Srila Prabhupada, I want to really understand, I want to hear, then it will happen at some point of time when we are able to understand it. This is a uh, this is a parampara of mercy. When the mercy comes, then everything gets revealed. So last verse, Bhakati Vinoda Prabhu Charane Podiya Shei Hari Nama Mantra Loilo Magiya. So Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur goes ahead and falls down at the lotus feet of Mahaprabhu, Gaurang Mahaprabhu, and he is telling that Harinam Mahamantra, which is the medicine, please take this and chant this Hare Krishna. This is the medicine. So, all of you have Gaur Nitai picture at home? How many of you have Gaur Nitai picture at home? Or let me ask you, how many do not have Gaur Nitai picture at home? Oh, Param Prabhu, you do not have Gaur Nitai picture at home?
Yes, Prabhuji.
No, is it yes for you have it or you don't?
No, I don't.
Okay, you should have it, Prabhu. This is
Okay.
Okay, so you contact Shama Karunamai Mataji and she will send you a picture. Just
Okay.
print out and have it at home. Because
Okay, Prabhu.
Gaur Nitai, Nandini Priya Mataji, you have it? Lalmohan Prabhu should have it, right?
Yeah.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yeah, so Gaur Nitai, they are the most unlimited, most merciful. This is Krishna only, but in his most merciful form. And we should tell that, okay, I want to progress in bhakti. Please, my dear Lord, please show me the way. And when we are put in some situations, difficult situations, we should tell that Mahaprabhu, I know that this should be your plan to purify me. Please, eh, please allow me to accept the situation that I am in, and please show me how I can serve in this situation, how I can progress in this situation. Please give me guidance. And that guidance, when we reach out to our um, like whoever is guiding us, then through them Mahaprabhu will get us the best direction actually. And sometimes we may get direction, but we may think that no, they are not understanding. So we have to understand, if we are surrendered, right, even if the instruction is wrong, but if we are surrendered, if we try to follow, right, Krishna will be pleased. Through that, even if sometimes, like, when I say instruction is wrong, I mean, like, okay, if let's say instead of A instruction they're saying B, it's not like, okay Prabhu, now today you can forget about the four regulative principles. No, not like that. That is non bona fide instruction. But I'm saying, like, okay, if instead of, like, okay, you have to go there or here, if they said here and it was supposed to be there, Krishna will make arrangement that, okay, that whatever direction you are following, through that itself you are making progress. That is the power of surrender that pleases Krishna. So with this, I will end here. And if you have any question or comments, we can take. Shri Bhagavad Gita ki jai, Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Gaurang Koti Bhakta Vrinda ki jai, Ananta Koti Vaishnav Vrinda ki jai, Nitai Gaur Premanandi, Hari Hari Bol. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhyo vacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavibhyo namo namah. Today I know we ran extra for 12 more minutes, but if you have any question or comments, then we can take it now or we can end here. I want to ask one thing. I can stop the